Hey there Internet, Keith here, and welcome to the Cars and Keith YouTube channel. In this video we are reviewing the Cat 1850. This is very new to the market. Active hit me up because Active actually produces the Cat. I believe they designed it as well. And they said, hey, do you want to try this out? One thing that I would say with their pump technology and everything, that I would trust this more than I would most of the Amazon products. But this will be an honest review. I told them that. They may never speak to me again after this one. Who knows? Because there's a lot of things about it that I really don't like. And there's things about it that are good. Now you have to look at this from a retail perspective. Somebody who doesn't know anything about pressure washers, doesn't want to have to deal with anything. They want to buy it out of the box. They don't want to upgrade this. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. Perfectly fine. That's a huge segment of the retail market, which is why most of the products are aimed that way. The detailing car wash niche is very, very small. It looks more like the Cat brand, like a bulldozer or something like that. The front, see, you can have here, you have a spot for your gun. I'm not the biggest fan of that because look how much room there is down here. And obviously the wand is way too long to fit there. It doesn't go down any further, and this handle kind of sticks out the front. The foam gun, well, soap dispenser, I can tell already. Over here on the side, you can see they designed that bottle to be slim, so it can kind of fit on the side, but by being slim, we are now extremely unbalanced left to right. Now on this side, this is a little weird because on the pictures and everything I've seen, the hose is on the inside and the electrical cord is on the outside. Well, this electrical cord is really long, which is really good because you really don't want to use extension cords because most people don't have the correct extension cords to use for something like this. See how thick this cord is? It doesn't fit in this little outside pocket. The outside pocket, it's just too small. We have this little slot right here, and it's just barely enough to fit the hose. And I'm not a big fan of the hose being stored over here because it's kind of way outside of the unit. It would have been better served on the back. I mean, it's a very small hose. I mean, it would fit perfect right there. Like I said, the hose, it is not the normal Active hose that comes with the VE52 or the 2.0. This is a very cheapy hose. It's definitely something that I would never use. One cool thing about this handle is it does, just by the click of a button, fold down to save some room. But now you save that room, but now you have a spray gun that's sitting above this, which if it was all the way down to the bottom, it would be, you know, a much better fit. On-off switch right here feels pretty good. It's very easy to do. Your inlet for your water is right here on the back. Nice metal assembly. Very easy to get to. I like that because it comes right in the back. Your discharge, your outlet, normally would be on the front of most products, but it is actually on the side over here. That's not that bad of a position. I do kind of like out the front because it's just kind of in line with the hose. Well, let's get the testing. First, we will test everything in stock form. Then I will show you my upgraded path. I usually have multiple, but this unit I don't have an adapter for this gun. I do believe as a company they really don't want to put those numbers, 1850, but 1850 sells. 1850 PSI at discharge. The max available somewhere in the system that you'll never achieve while you're using the machine. The rated pressure at 1200 PSI and the rated gallons per minute at 1.4. That's where it's going to operate. Now you could be 50 to PSI above or below that based off of your electrical grid, how clean it is, how good your water flow is. Those are big deciding factors. Now Active believes that there's a philosophy for cleaning power. The optimal PSI and the optimal GPM together creates the most efficient clean, the best cleaning power that you could possibly have with the output of the machine. But they have to go by the marketing. They are producing this for Cat. I don't know who came up with 1850, but I just hate it because people just don't know and they get tricked. This 3-piston pump is their own technology. It's not just some parts bin thing that's put together. I hate these hoses. I mean, it's like an accordion. They have so much memory that they just want to go back to that state. They just want to curve back up. Run it through your hand. You'll get some of that, coiling out of it. But it's still going to want to coil. So it's not great in that fact. Just goes on the side here. It's the M22 15mm hose. Great thing about the M22s though is they don't leak and they're only hand tight. You don't need tools. You have your gun, you have that 15mm here. Now the one good thing about having a wand like this with those 3 selections on the top, you don't have any nozzles to skip or move around. I myself like to have that ability to do whatever I want, which is why I prefer a 1/4" quick disconnect, which we'll get to in a little bit. But I do gotta say, it is satisfying, the click. It feels nice. It feels quality. The wand piece, the plastic, feels way better quality than the gun itself. Together as the gun, the trigger's easy to pull. It just feels a little light and a little cheapy there. Obviously, you're going to be doing this a lot to undo that hose. We run electrical all the way over to the wall over there, and we have a crap ton of slack, which is good. Long cord is good. Hose goes right in the back, screws in just like a normal garden hose. We have no leaks. We're going to purge the air out. Actually, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to purge it out this way. It just gets the air out faster than it is through the nozzle. The flow is horizontal. You could do your vertical. I prefer vertical washing. I don't prefer horizontal washing, because I like to wash from top to bottom. And the vertical is more conducive to a faster, more efficient rinse than going this way. So I think that's another miss from the user experience testing that they probably should have done. That's a pretty quick pump right there. Let's relieve the pressure. That energizes pretty quickly. Let's see the start-stop. On-off quick, no annoying noises, which is a big plus. All right, so first thing is on the front here, there's a little dot. Make sure that dot is at the top of the line of the spray gun, because when you do your selector, it won't be on the degree that you're wanting it to be. So here's your 0 degree. That's pretty stout. 40 degrees. 15 degree. This does have a really good fan spread. The volume goes all the way across rather nicely. That's what you're looking for. Some nozzles, it shoots really concentrated streams on the outside, and the middle isn't doing much. Now I already see that this has a horizontal pattern on the front. It is not adjustable. Well, I just so happened to be out of my G-Technic W4 citrus foam that I use in all of my foam can reviews. This is DIY incredible suds. I'm gonna have to order me some more citrus foam, but I didn't fill up. I didn't put a ton in there, maybe a couple 100 milliliters. This looks to be about a 500 milliliter bottle, maybe slightly bigger. It has no markings on it to know. Here goes nothing. That's not bad for an out of the box. I call it a soap dispenser, it's not a foam cannon. But you see, it's got some bubbles, but it goes off the surface so fast that it has no dwell time. But it's pretty, like, we have a lot of concentrate. It barely used any. I don't even really see much change in the line. Now we can see how it rinses off. So we got it on 40. This is the one thing that I hate about these wands. They're so long. No complaints about the rinsing. Good flow. Gets it off the surface pretty quick. No complaints there. So let's see. We'll do it on 40 degree, because possibly, since these are different nozzle tips, the 15 could be a different pressure. The 40 degree could be a different pressure. We'll find out. So here's 40 degree. So we're just sitting right at 1,000, maybe like 1010 PSI. Now mine is normally sometimes 50 or even 100 PSI less than some others setups. I don't care about 0 degree, 15 degree. Maybe 10 more PSI. I mean, we might be at 1025. So there's really no orifice difference between the two of those. And here we go. We are almost at 1.5 gallons per minute stock. Maybe like 1.45 being at that line. Maybe a little more. But that's it for this. It's all we can do stock-wise. I'm not going to do the 15 degree because based off the PSI, it's not going to be any different. So we're outside at my brick wall, as you can see. the mildew buildup right here just below the bushes underneath this tree. It's very shady. Use the stock setup, and we're going to put it on the 15 degree because that's really what you should be using to clean concrete, brick, stuff like that. Now, one thing I'm already going to tell you is, since this is high up, the wand does help because it's longer, right, than a car wash setup. But the fan spray is only horizontal, so I have to turn it sideways to get the vertical I want. So I'm having to stretch my arms rather than, you know, working up. You can work up and down, but I prefer left and right. You can do it any way you want. That was pretty far away. Let's move the stream in a little bit closer. Here we go from a little bit of a distance. And then obviously up close is going to work better. That's actually really good. That cleaned up really, really good. Let's do up and down, clean back over this. Here's your 0 degree. Here's the 40 degree up close. Now for the upgrade I'm going, you're gonna need a couple of adapters. We have a 15 millimeter fitting here to a 14 millimeter screw fitting. Then we have a 14 millimeter N22 fitting here to a 3H quick disconnect female. But if you do have a Uberflex hose or a 1/4 inch hose that has the N22 fittings on each side, they're going to be 14 millimeters. So you would need one of these. This is a 14 millimeter N22 to a 3H inch quick disconnect. This is going to get your connection to the spray gun. You're going to want one of these. This is a 15 millimeter on this side to convert it to 3H inch quick disconnect. And you'll need another one of these on the other side of the hose. I have that 3H inch female on this side. I have my spray gun, and they're going to connect together just like that. These are the Ridge Washer nozzle guards. This is a really good value. I'll leave a link to the video below, but for 20 bucks, you get your 40, your 15, your 25, and your 0. 3.0 nozzle. Like $9.80. So the one that came with it might be like a 2.8 or some weird size. You know, not every orifice is created equal. They all have varying pressures within like a few percent of each other. This is a 3.5. So that as lowest I would go is 800 psi. I actually would stick at the 3.0 at the 1000 or 975 or whatever it was. But 800 isn't bad, especially for the final rinse. You're definitely gonna get a little bit more flow. Anything less than that, I just don't think it's worth it. So let's go in the opposite direction and let's start seeing how much PSI we can get, and then we'll check our amperage. So this is a 2.5. Like 1125. Well, let's try, I believe this is a 2.2. Yeah, this is a 2.2. It's about 1225. So this is a 2.0. About 1425 PSI, and it's 12.8 amps. That's the highest we can go while at the same time preserving the motor and staying within the rating. It is a 13 amp motor. We could go above 13, but if we do, it's not advisable. You're really gonna hurt the machine. Let's see what kind of gallons per minute we can get at that 1400 PSI. And here we go. So we're right at about 1.3 gallons per minute. That's pretty good at 1400 PSI. Let's go to the other end of the spectrum. Let's do the 3.5 to show you the gallons per minute there. The 3.0 is going to get you around that 1.5 gallons per minute, that 975. So we already got that number. That's pretty close in PSI to what it was stock. Here we go. So at the 800 PSI, we are running about 1.7 gallons per minute. That's really good. So we have our MJJC SV3.0. This is my favorite foam cannon right now. I'll be a link below. We're gonna see how well it foams. This is a 1.25 orifice. See if you even need to go to a 1.1. You probably don't with an MJJC. This puts out a little more flow than most of your Ryobis and your Greenworks, so it should foam better. No 1.1 needed for sure. That is some really good foam. Look at how it's dwelling. It's just sitting there, emulsifying dirt. Surfactants are given a chance to work on that dirt rather than working off really quickly like the soap dispenser did. I'm going to rinse that off with the 3.5 that I have here. My nozzle guards I only have in a 3.0 and a 4.0. But let's see how it works. Yeah, that rinse is really good. Nice and smooth, lots of water. So there you go. I've given you the information that you need to make your own informed decision. Now, me personally, 180 bucks is a bit stiff when you can spend just a little bit more to get a VE56 or a VE52. It's really good numbers for that range, and it's doable. But I just think if you're doing car washing, the amount of upgrades that you're going to need to do, you might as well get the unit that's just a lot better. For what it is. This is meant for retail people. And for a retail person who never is going to upgrade or never is going to do anything, this kind of works. I mean, it's a little bit more than, say, the Greenworks and Ryobis that are in this price range. You're getting the car washing PSI, really good GPM for car washing out of the box. You're getting a foamer that's not really a foamer, soap dispenser, but you're getting enough. So you're not going to hurt your paint. You're not going to have to buy nozzles or change anything out. Everything is where you want. You have a 40 degree, 15 degree. Now it's up to you to decide whether this is a great value. I would suggest to check out other reviews on this product. It's always good to get multiple opinions. This may be the first video out on this subject, so you might have to wait. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. The bottle opener over. Use 40 degree instead of the 15. Oh my God, it's just do that again. How many times have I recorded this? Different people care. Oh my gosh, no, don't even talk about this. Having to go through a lot of. This is the ridge washer. These are the ridge back side of the house. See how well it does, but it does work really well. So now it's up to you to decide whether this is. So now it's up to you to decide whether this is a value. So now it's up to you to, damn it.